Sunday, September 17th, 10:17 a.m. New York time. Just ended another week. So this week, coming into this Wednesday, September 20th at 2 p.m., it's a big binary event going to occur. Yep, the Federal Reserve will release the Fed funds rate policy, meaning they're going to leave or change the interest rates. Let's go look at the charts and see what they're anticipating. I want to look at the charts first on the equity indexes, then the stock sectors, and some of the top tech stocks. Each candle represents a week. The current candles to the far right, the past week that just got done. Looking here at a 1-year grid, I'm going to take it to a 3-year. So now we're looking at 3-year duration. Each candle's a week on the S&P 500. It's the stock symbol for the cash index, SPX. Here's the high for the year on the right. Here's the low for the year. We're much closer to the high of the year. We're still in a bullish market. Past week closes inside candle, back-to-back 2 weeks in a row. Indecision, it's an consolidation. Even all this is in a big consolidation too. I can upgrade that too. Massive consolidation, an opportunity to look for good entries. Very good. One could be looking for the breakouts or the pullbacks. Again, you decide if you're bullish or bearish. You don't need no opinionated media host to tell you their opinions. Facts they should be sharing with you, not their opinions, unless that's the kind of entertainment you choose. NASDAQ 100 also, look at that, back-to-back inside candles. Huge consolidation for the past several weeks. Extends out a little bit more to the left. There we go. Put this up for the 3 years. So again, we're much closer to the high this year versus the lower this year. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average, here's the high for this year. Here's the low for this year. Look, it's still a huge consolidation here. Past 3 years. Yep. So again, here's the low for the year. Here's the high for the year. Let's add this too. You have these swing lows here, where these orange circles were. And then what happened? It reversed and went higher. So we have higher highs, higher lows being made in the stock index. Again, showing the trend on the higher time frame is bullish. Buyers still confident in buying equities. Yep. That being said, it's very broad, the equity market. That's why I'm going to show you different sectors. So that was the Dow Jones. Dow transports, look at that, green for the week, but lower low, lower high. Little tiny candle, almost like a doji, the bottom of a trend, coming into midpoint of that big green candle, potential reversal. I got that trend line there. Or it could just be a retest of here and then a failure to go lower. One could be looking for leadership in here if you think it's bullish by looking at the stocks inside the Dow Transport Index. It's called work. They're available. It's free information. Again, going into the Dow Utility Index, look at that. 2 weeks green, higher high, higher low. Hammer here, which was the low of the year and the high of the year. Again, utility stocks, high dividends, defensive stocks. When people think growth in stocks are going to slow down, they typically gravitate towards stocks that pay high dividends, fixed income products like bonds. Yep. So again, this maybe just a bounce because look, this midpoint here, the impulse move down. Yeah, it may not have enough continuation to momentum to the upside. So what this means is if you're bearish, you'd be trading bearish this versus hedging inverse long on the tech sector. And the Russell 2000, big consolidation here. Here's a high for the year, here's a low for the year. Let's put it back for 3 years. Yeah, it's really struggling versus the other one. So almost all this dynamic there has been a huge consolidation. Struggling. Oops, working on that later. So there you go. Stock indexes. Again, the top three, the most important, S&P 500, inside candle for the week, 2 weeks in a row. NASDAQ 100, 2 weeks in a row, inside candle, where the Dow made a higher high, higher low the prior week. So it's more bullish here, but again, rejection that number. You can check on my video. I showed you all 30 companies in the Dow 30. That's a prior video posted here. Great insight because the Dow 30 is a very diversified index, where the NASDAQ 100 is heavily weighted towards tech. And the S&P 500 is composed of several indexes: the NASDAQ 100, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 100, Dow Utility, Dow Transports. Gives you a lot of insights. Now we're going to the 11 sectors inside the S&P 500. Go from the largest to the smallest. This will help determine where the winners are, where the losers are. Because again, it breaks down the S&P 500 in 11 sectors. And those sectors, you could go deeper into those sectors by looking at the industries, because each sector has several industries in it. So here, XLK, heavily weighted technology, makes up over 20% of the S&P 500. Red for the week, lower low, lower high. Huge consolidation here. XLV, healthcare, makes up almost 15% inside candle for a week, but again, a huge consolidation. Here's a high for the year, here's a low for the year. Let's actually put this on 3 years also, see how this is going. Yep, huge consolidation past 3 years. And XOF financials, yep, green, higher high, higher low, tight consolidation. Let's put this for 3 years. Very tight consolidation there. Again, it's making higher lows. It's a high for the year, low for the year. So look at this staircase pattern, higher high. XLY makes up 10.2% consumer discretionary. There you go. Tight consolidation near the highs of the year. Nice. XLC, communication services, makes up 9.9%. Tight consolidation up here too, close to the highs of the year. Very bullish. Look at this. Consolidation breakout. So one would expect, because you have this breakout here, this long run up, on a breakout here, take that high, we might have that long run up all the way up to the swing point here, to the $80 level. Nice. XLI, industrials, makes up 9.7% of the S&P 500. So breakdown, consolidation, lower low. It's back for the past 3 years. Yep, it's in a retracement mode. XLP, 6.7% consumer staples, much closer to the low of the year. Consolidation, just low of the year in the past 3 years. Very defined trending ranges, nice. So again, swing low here, the low of the year, opportunity for bulls, step in if you're bullish. XLE, that's energy, makes up 6% of the S&P 500, new high for the year. Wow. So let's move this up. Again, that was the high for the year. Now took it out, broke above it, rejected it, and closed below it. 93.69. There's a high the last year too, very close. Zoom out. You go, a huge tight consolidation for the past years. XLU, utilities, makes up 2.8%. Low of the year, high of the year, consolidation, breakdown, consolidation. XLRE, real estate, 2.7% S&P 500. Again, huge consolidation. Go back for the past 3 years. XLB, materials, 2 weeks in a row, back to back, inside candles. Wow. Tight consolidation. So there you go. By looking at all these sectors, I already pointed out which one made a new high for the year. Let's just zoom in on this one too. This is again XLK. Nice. So again, we took out that high of last year here, and we took out the high the prior year. So this high-tech technology stocks, huge consolidation. Yep. It's a strong trend to the upside. It's an consolidation phase. Resting for a breakout for the next trend. And let's take this into some of the defined stocks. What used to be FANG Plus is now Magnificent 7. I will update that title. Apple, inside candle for a week, huge consolidation. There's a high for the year. There's a low for the year. Again, if you're bullish Apple for investing long term, one be buying the dips. So look at this strong trend. Retracement, consolidation. Much defined more this year. Nice run up than it was the prior year. Amazon made a new high for the year. Outstanding. New high for the year. Strong like bull. See that on here. Here we go. So still got a ways to go to take out these prior year's highs. And new high for the year, strong like bull here. Google, aka company Alphabet, new high for the year also. Outstanding. So again, we're definitely seeing where the smart money's flowing to. Technology still. Here's the low for the year. Here's the high for the year. Past 3 years. Meta, which owns what? Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, many other things. Here's the high for the year. Here's the low for the year. Tight consolidation past several weeks. Microsoft. Here's the high for the year. Here's the low for the year. Huge consolidation here. And if you don't want to buy the individual stocks, I showed you the stock ETFs they were listed in. NVIDIA, high for the year. Low for the year. Tight consolidation. You know, this one's been taking off like a rocket ship. Tesla, here's the high for the year. Here's the low for the year. Big consolidation, a lot of whipsaw in here. Back for the past 3 years. There we go. And Snow, here's the high for the year. Here's the low for the year. The big difference, big defined trends the past 2 years coming in here, huge consolidation. And Netflix, here's the high for the year. Here's the low for the year. Broke below the consolidation, closed below that. Closed below 400. Wow, they got smacked down. Yep.